Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel, or just welcome, I guess, because this is the first reading on this channel. But anyway, it's gonna be a timeless general reading, whatever spirit wants you to know for whoever it's gonna be for. So take what resonates when and how it resonates, and leave what doesn't. Consult your own intuitions. If you get an intuitive hit during the reading, take that into account when interpreting your reading, and practice your discernment always. Additionally, I channel in radical honesty, so if you're not here in radical self-honesty, personal responsibility, and accountability, then this is not the channel for you. Give me a second, I gotta deal with the dogs. Okay, anyways, I'm back. What's going on, Spirit? What does the people this reading is for need to know right now? Accurate and correct messages only, please, for the highest good of all involved. Thank you, and it is so. This card, okay. Thought it was just one card. Ooh, it's 3 cards. Oh my goodness. Okay, this way or this way? This way. Hierophant reversed, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups. So moving out of dogma, there's a dogmatic belief that was shackling you and was keeping you stuck in some way or another. You know, we'll have them all kinds of places. Some like a bit more extreme, like the systems of social control that people call the Matrix, but some will just be like smaller things, like dogs distracting me. Like believing you can't do something, right? It doesn't have to come from outside of you. It doesn't have to be dogmatic in that sense. But it is held with that almost kind of reverence within us, this idea that this is simply how it is, right? And there's nothing we can do about it. Some higher authority dictated it. Nope. Nope, not at all. It's just a belief, and a false one in whatever way that is. I guess we'll dig deeper to that in a second. But followed by the Wheel of Fortune, releasing this allows things to start moving again. I'm seeing someone remove like a metal bar or something from some gears, and things start moving quick. And this factory that's been stalled up for years starts pumping out goods again. It's like there's something you thought you lost access to, something you thought you lost the ability to do, like completely, like you didn't have it anymore, is returning, or is coming back online because it never really left. It was just blocked up by some kind of belief. And if I have a feeling that this got lodged in by some kind of trauma, so it's very understandable that it was there, but logistically there was something in the, gunking up the works, and it's being removed, or you're removing it, however that's happening. Okay, and then the Ace of Cups being here, it's like the spring, shoots up again, and I'm hearing, I saw the signs, it opened up my eyes, I saw the sign. No, what is it? No one's going to drag you up to be in the light where you belong. So you got to bring yourself up into the light. It's like you can hear things working again, but your team is like, you have to step out of the cave. You have to not give in to that, which is very easy to do as humans. Trust me, I know. You have to not give in to that emotional, like, oh, what's the point? Might as well just give up. What did you know, that kind of energy. You have to let your love flow, even though sometimes that's way easier said than done. You're being asked to be strong and let it flow, because things are starting to move again. But if you choose not to move, it doesn't matter. The Hangman reverse. Yeah, you're being freed from something. Thank you, Spirit, for that perfect confirmation. You're being freed from something. You are being completely unrestrained. Here's the thing, though. You were never actually restrained in this way. Like I said, it was a belief, right? Functionally, if we believe we can't do something, we don't do it. So functionally, it's like we can't do it. But logistically, we could, right? Whereas there's things we literally can't do. For instance, there's like an amount of weight we can't lift. We're not strong enough for yet. And then there's usually an amount of weight we can lift, but we just psych ourselves out of, right? Same general principle can apply to so many things. You had the ability, but you didn't believe you did. And you're being given that awareness. You're being, I'm seeing the story of like, was it the Shinto sun goddess? Amaterasu. She's depressed and she's hiding in the cave, so there's no sun in the world. And then they trick her into coming out, and they hold up a mirror outside the cave, and she sees, her own light gets reflected back to her, and that's what snaps her out of it. Like, your team is trying to reflect your own light back to you. But if you stayed, if you choose to stay in that cave, it doesn't matter, right? You have to choose to step out. It's a small thing, but it is a big thing, right? It's an emotionally big step to take. Temperance, girl, that is not temperance. Judgment. The fact that I said temperance, though, I don't know why I said temperance. I really don't. There's some kind of bringing things back into balance. Things are starting, there's things that I'm seeing like a car or something on some uneven terrain, and if you go real slow, it's like really bumpy. But if you get enough speed going, not like going too fast, but it becomes a smoother ride, right? It's bumpier if you don't if you go too slow. So it's like something is smoothing out, something, you're getting this, the temperance card, the two cups, the water going between them. You're getting this smooth flow because you're moving with it. Whereas if you go too slow, it's like, have you ever been walking carrying something that's really full, like a cup or a bowl of soup or something? And if you walk too slow, like any small movement will make it slosh, but if you move at the right speed, it kind of stabilizes. I'm getting like that kind of energy. Like, there's this jolting awake with the judgment energy, which at first might be a little bit anxiety inducing in some ways, but it's like you got to move fast like that. Again, I'm getting Sonic, like I did at a couple readings. Well, not on this channel, a couple readings ago, but you got to go fast to even things out. Sometimes slow and steady is not the way to go. Sometimes it's a little fast and steady, right? Sometimes slow is unsteady. And this is one of those situations where it's like, you gotta, let's go, get up. That's what your spirit team is saying. Get up, it's time to go. There we go. Four of Wands. Under the Ace of Cups, that's so beautiful. Because when things start going, and I'm gonna take that as confirmation if you can hear, when things start going for you, I'm seeing in my mind's eye, like these were buried up to the top in mud, and the water is washing away all of that gunk. The Ace of Cups is washing away all of this gunk, and you're seeing the ways in which you're already rooted. Like I was saying, this is abilities you already possess, but you thought you didn't. You believed you didn't. So functionally, you might as well not have. And your team is like, you have these abilities. Verbatim, someone's team just said, you have these abilities, bitch. Own it, okay? You have these abilities. Own it. You have to. You have no other choice. That's the only way forward. No one else can bring you up into the light where you belong. You have to see the signs and follow them. And right now, the signs are telling you, get the fuck up, step out of that cave, and see yourself. See your abilities, the abilities you always possessed that you didn't know you possessed. Yeah, Seven of Cups reversed. The crumbling of illusions, and these illusions were the idea that you were incapable, that things were hopeless for you, bullshit like that. All these beliefs that got ingrained in you through abuse and trauma, they're not true. I know they feel true, trust me, I know, but that's just because our emotions are irrational. It's not bad that our emotions are irrational, but it creates issue if we pretend they're rational. Because if you just believe what your emotions tell you, you're going to think, life is horrible. Because it's so easy to get our emotions into a negative way. I always say, treat your emotions like they're drunk. It's okay to be drunk. It's not okay to be behind the wheel of a car while drunk. Our emotions never drive our life. They inform it. They can say, hey, let's go here for lunch. But they're never behind the wheel. Because when they're behind the wheel, they drive us off a cliff because it is so fucking easy to get our emotions into that energy. And that's not something we look down on our emotions for. Okay, anything else? Let's get something here for some symmetry. Ooh, my goodness, flew away. Okay, this way or this way? This way. Two of Swords. Yeah, you have to make the choice. The choice is yours. Spirit's saying to leave it to leave it there. The choice is yours. Maybe you get a bottom of deck energy. Okay. My goodness, too many cards. I'm not taking all those. The Lovers reversed. This isn't a bad thing, y'all. This isn't a bad thing. The Lovers reversed is saying you have no choice but to make the choice, right? There's literally no other solution to get out of this but to choose to stand up, see those signs, follow them, and let your team show you who you are. Let them hold that mirror up and reflect your own light back to you. That's the only way out of this. Whether you want it to be or not, it is. And that is where we're done. I hope this reading resonated and was helpful for you. If it did resonate, please like the video, comment anything you want, and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more readings from me in the future. All right. Good luck and goodbye.